Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Webiako Tutorials. Today we are going to see how you add a product in a website, version 5 website. If your website runs on version 5, then this is how you add a product to the website. So there is this admin area. So this is where you log in. We have two parts in your website, as I told you. We have the admin area and the client side. So client side is like this one, your domain.com. Then the admin area is your domain.com/admin. Okay, /admin. Your domain.com/admin. It will bring you to this window. Then you log in, you put your email, then you put your password, then you log in. So once you are logged in, you are here. Then after you are logged in, when you want to add a product, you come here to add product. You click add product. This is where you add now your product. Okay, but before you add a product, there are some things you need to confirm. You need to confirm that you have the right category and the right subcategory of that product that you want to add. So let's say you want to add a shoe, a pair of shoe. You want to add a pair of shoe in your website. Okay, so before you type anything, before you type the title, description, specification, you come here to the category part and the subcategory part. You click this, you check if you have the right category. If it was a shoe, we have men's shoes here. If it was a men's shoe in the subcategory, as you can see, we have nothing. The reason why we have nothing here is because this subcategory part waits for you to select the category first, because this is a child of this one. Subcategory is under category. So before a subcategory is listed, is shown here, you must first select the category here. Like if you select electronics and you come here, you see now we have cleaning, watches, humidifiers, and pianos. Cleaning, electronics, watches, those. So this one waits for you to select a category here before it shows the subcategories of that category that you have selected here. Understood? Now, assume you want to add a product and you don't see the category here. There is no category for that product maybe you want to add. Because now in this tutorial I want us to add a shoe. Assume we did not have shoes here, men's shoes. If you come men's shoes, you like this, and you come to subcategory, we have men loafers. That's perfect. But assume you came here and you found there were no category for shoes, for men's shoes, and so there were no subcategories also. What do you do? So before you do anything, make sure you have the category and the subcategory. If they are not there, you go and create them. You create them here at the categories table, the page. So you click here, you come here, this is the category manager. This is where you create your categories. Now let's remove these men's shoes. Let me remove it, and then I refresh the page. So we want to add a product here, a shoe, but when I come here and check the category, I'm not seeing shoes. Okay, so and then here there is no also subcategory because there is no shoe. Okay, so if I had typed title, description, specification, and prices and reach here and found that I don't have a category, I would have wasted my time typing here, because I will have to go back to categories and create. So that's the first thing you need to do. Before you type anything, make sure you have the right category and the subcategory before you start. So if not, then go back to categories and create the category of that product that you want to create. So if it's men's shoes, for example, let's create men's shoes. You can type or yes, you can use men shoes, for example. Then this is the category name. You have to put an image representing that category. You have to put an image that represents that category. If you go to your client side here, you see we have here subcategories or categories with image representations. You come here also, you see they have image representations. So that is why we are adding images when we are creating categories and subcategories. So men's shoes, we add an image. Let's add an image to represent men's shoes, any image, as long as it's men's shoe image. Like that, then you add the category, added, you refresh, you see here we have men's shoes. Okay, now we need to create the subcategories for men's shoes, because men's shoes are it has a wide variety. So we have loafers, open shoes, sport shoes. So you come to this drop down, it opens this window. This is now where we add, because as you can see there is no subcategory. If you check these ones, like this one, we have carpets. It has a subcategory called carpets under home and decor. Okay. If you see toys and gaming, we have games and toys under toys and gaming. So this one, men's shoes, does not have any. So we have to add. Let's say we have men loafers. Okay, men loafers. Then we choose an image representing that men of loafers. We can use the same as long as it's a loafer. If it was an open shoe, you put an image of an open shoe, then you add like that. So if you refresh men shoes, we will have now men loafers. Okay, and if you made a mistake, or you want to, maybe you added the wrong subcategory, you can remove it here. You can delete it here, subcategory, or you can delete, if you want to remove the entire category, you delete this one here. Okay, now let's go back to adding our product. Now since we have the category, if you come here and confirm, we have men's shoes that we have added, and under the subcategory we have men loafers. Perfect. So now let's start with the title, the description, and the specifications. Okay, let me refresh. Now the content of the product depends with you. You can type if you have if you are good in insha and composition in high school or primary, you can type, no problem. But for us who are not good, we use ChatGPT. So there's this plus here, you can add an image, and then as you can see here, I've added this image and told it give me title, description, and specifications for this product, and then I gave it some instructions to summarize and ignore coloring. Okay, it should not mention any color in the title and description and specifications. So here it has given me the title, description, and specifications in summary form. So my work is just to copy and paste. Copy, paste. Title is done. Copy. Description. Come here to description. You can see read on top here. Title, description. You paste. Go back. The specifications now. Copy. You come back here and then you paste. As you can see, we have the title, description, specification. Okay, the pricing. Now the pricing, we have two options. There's a price before discount and the price after discount. Price before discount is the one which will be crossed. Assume this shoe was 5,500 and maybe you want to sell it at let's say 5,000 flat. Okay, so this, it means it was this one and now it's this one. Okay, so this one will be the one which will be crossed. If you come to the website, you see there are two prices. There's this one which is crossed and this one which is the actual one. Okay, so after the pricing, you come now to the category. You come here, you select men's shoes, you come here, that's a loafer shoe, like that. Now you see why we had to create the categories before starting to create the product, because if we did not, if the categories was missing, you see here, we would have just wasted our time typing these things here. Okay, now we have to go back again to categories. But if we had started with the categories, then now we are fine because they are here. That's okay. After category, subcategory, you come to the keywords. Keywords help this product when someone is searching it on your website. So you use some terms that you think someone can search for that type of product. Someone can come to the website and search for men's shoes, for example. You separate them with comma. Maybe loafers. Someone can search for loafers. Someone can search for leather shoes. That's also a leather shoe. Leather shoes, like that. You can put even up to 4 or 5 or even 3 or even 2. Something. Just know these keywords help to recommend that product to the user in the front end if they come and search it here. As you can see, there is this search bar. If they come and search leather shoes here, it will recommend the shoes which has keywords of leather shoes in them. Available stock, that's self-explanatory. You can say I have 45 pairs. You can say how many pairs you have. Now, here, available colors. Now, in this shoe, this is where now you put the colors of that product. You can say each color, you now add an option. You see, when you click add option, it opens that window. See a color name like that, and then the image of that product in that color. So you can come here and you say black, and then you add an image of that product in that color. You will see why. Let's go, let's look for that image. It was this one. Now the black one is this one. You can see I've added the image of that shoe in black. Now add option, another option, we add another color, let's say brown or coffee. Okay, coffee. You add an image of that shoe in coffee, which is this one. Okay, as you can see, we have the coffee and black. As you can see, each option has its own container. I've not separated with comma. No. Each option should have its own color. If you have another color, you can add as many as you want. Okay, and if you can also remove if you add too much. Okay, and leave just the two. Now variations in this case are the sizes. Okay, if it was another product, maybe if it was let's say a carpet with various sizes, which is it's not recommended. Let me use something like a power bank. If you are selling a power bank with you can put your colors. Maybe you have a black one, and maybe you have a silver one, and then here you put mAh. If it was a power bank, the mAh, you say 10,000 mAh. You had another one 20,000 mAh. Now here you see we have the variation and the price. This 0 is for pricing. Now this one applies if the price of variation, this variation, if the price varies per variation. That's what I mean. Like if you are selling a power bank for 10,000 mAh and then a power bank of 20,000 mAh, the prices will not be the same per variation. So the 10,000 mAh, you put the price here of 10,000 mAh. For 20,000 mAh, you put the price here for 20,000 mAh. Okay, that means the system will now ignore this pricing that you put here. Okay, so if the pricing here is set, of course, if you put the pricing per variation, this one on top here will just be ignored. But if they are 0, then the system will use this one on top. It will assume your pricing are the same in all the variations. Now in this shoe, for example, variations is the sizes. And in a shoe, size 40 and size 43 are the same price. So this one, we don't need to put any figure here. That's why we just put here size 39, for example. Let me copy up to here instead of typing everything. You come here, the second one, and it says size 40. You see, I keep on adding size 41. I keep on adding size 42. And I'm leaving here 0 because these shoes are the same price in all these variations. Okay, so if they were different, like the power bank I was talking about, I would put the price per variation here. I think that part is understood. 43. Let's add 44, and as you can see, I'm putting each variation in its own field. Okay, I'm not separating them by comma. No, I add and put 45, for example, like that. You can put as many sizes as you have. Okay, all the options that the variations that you have now. I have up to 46, for example, and I've left here 00 because they are the same price. They will use this price up here. Okay, now after I finish that, I've reached the bottom. I now move to this second part. You see, this was the first part. I move to the second part now, the right row. As you can see, this was the first row. This is now the the first column, the left column. and this is the right column. Now the right column is all about images. This column was about content, this one was images. Now feature image, this is the feature image, this is the main image of the product that will be shown, like this one, the main one. The gallery ones are the ones which will be shown if the client clicks on the product. Now you can see variable images, as you can see here. These are now gallery images that are inside. That the client should first open the product. But the ones which, as you can see, these ones are the feature images, the main ones. Now you add feature image is one image. So let me use this one with two options that I have. As you can see, that's feature image is one image. Now gallery images are multiple. Okay, so you can put many images here. You can put 5, you can put 4, even 2, even 1 is allowed. You can put 6. Okay, so you click like this, and now you select, you click and you hold the control, you click as many as you want. Okay, this one I've selected 4, and then you open. It brings, you see, it has brought those images here. If you want to remove, you can remove here if you added one by mistake. Okay, if you want to add, you can just still click here and you can add other images. Then after putting everything, images like that, you come here and you preview. You see the title, description, specification, you see the pricing, categories, you see product keywords. You just go through them. You see the colors options. Black coffee, you see their colors, you see the variation. You come to this other side, you see the feature image, and then you check the gallery images. If you are satisfied, then you add the product. Like that, product added successfully. That's it. So when we come back now to the main site, you come to home page like that. You can see here we have the product here added. This product added, if you click to open it, you can see it is there. It has been opened. You have you see the description, you see the specification, you see the images. You see that image has an issue, and that images has issues, problem. So you see these images which are shown are okay. You come to review. This is where somebody can send a review of that product. You can submit. Then FAQs. These are frequently asked questions. Now you see here, we put the title. This is the title. You see the prices. You see this was the crossed price. The system has calculated the discount based on these two prices. You remember the 45 stock we said we had. You see stock 45 items left. Now you see we have two options, black and coffee. Now you see we have all these variations, which is very perfect. Now if I click black, you see here that product in black appears. If I click coffee, give it some time, you see it changes to coffee. That's why when we were adding the product here, we said black and we placed the image of that product in that color. That's what is bringing us this feature. You see, now when the user is making an order, you will select the color and then the size they want. Okay, and then if they want variable colors, if they want size black size 39, for example, like that, they add to cart. And if they also want the coffee one, then they change the coffee and this, and they add to cart. So they will have two products in the cart. They can also order via WhatsApp like this. If they select coffee 39 and they want to order via WhatsApp, they just click the WhatsApp and then they open the chat, and it takes them to the WhatsApp of them. It takes them to your WhatsApp. It brings them to your WhatsApp. You will get a message directly if they don't want to pass. Okay, so here, okay, now like that we are done. Now this is what we are building a product. That's how you add a product. If by these are the same content of the previous product, but if in some case maybe you re-clicked twice, maybe let's see what will happen, because this data is still there. If you try to click again the second time, it will say duplicate entry because that product has already been added. So you cannot add the same product twice unless if it's a different one. Okay, so that is basically how you add a product to the system. Yes, if in case of any other questions, you can just contact me. Thank you so much.